don't think he counted. No, he didn't figure twin flame would hurt him. I don't think he knew that. Okay, we're getting a little bit of mud on it. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do, because we're going Stompy again, guys. We have some new dinosaurs. We have the original Atali, if you can believe it, and I said we got to get this big guy back in action. You know what I mean? And we have, of course, if we're running dinosaurs, we got to go to the dinosaur master himself, Trexodactyl. His name is literally two different dinosaurs. How could he not know what he's doing? He sent me this one. He said, Jay, this one hits it. So Trexodactyl, he streams. I'll put his stream down there and below if you want to check out that out in the description. I've made a couple of tweaks here to, you know, customize my own. Not very many, just a tweak here and there just to bring it out. But look at all these big dinos on the high end. Big dinos, big dragons, big smashy stuff with some of the new powerful things that we're running here. So before we get down to this one now, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe. Yes, you are. That is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously rip you apart for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainej for our live stream of goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Hit that bell, you'll be notified when we go live on both. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, anything that you want. It's going to be right there on the Discord. Get your deck help, whatever. And of course, this deck and all the other decks that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, you want to get dinos back in action, the big stompy boys, go right down there. So as with all good dinosaur decks, it's not just stomp. There's other things going on, and then there's a lot of ramp. All right, so we're going to put our trick cards to the side. First of all, between Llanowar Elves and Llanowar Loam Speaker, we have a lot of great early ramp. Llanowar Elves is just a staple of green ramp. Like, it's been that way for 30 years. It's not going anywhere. It's in the game for 5 years. If they don't kill it, you're dropping stuff on turn 3, turn 4 that you shouldn't be. You're going way faster than you should. So 3 Llanowar Elves, they're worth the craft. 1 green, 1/1, add 1 green. And then, of course, we have Llanowar Loam Speaker to switch it up, too. You could do 4 and 2. I don't care. This is a 1/3. You add 1 mana of any color, so you can able to cast your red spells with this one. Target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental with haste. It's still a land. You can attack with it. That's not bad. I oftentimes don't do that because they always kill the land, which kind of sucks. But it is an option right there. So those are your early elf rampers right there. You're saying, Jay, you know, what about those other druids? What about those other dino druids, you know? Well, they're kind of specific, you know. Paleontologist is not a bad one to throw in there if you wanted to do that. I'm not mad at you for doing Paleontologist. Unless you bring a dino back, it's 1 mana of any color. This is only for dinosaurs. You know, arguably Llanowar Elves is the better card. So I know what you're saying. Well, what about the dino specific? No, arguably Llanowar Elves is better. I can make an argument for Paleontologist because it's very similar. But Paleontologist also dies very easily. It's a 2/2. This is a 1/3. It's a little bit better blocker. So you have the options of your ramp there. I'm throwing in 1 Hydra. You can actually go up and down on the Hydras as you want. It is a mythic rare and already a mythic rare heavy deck. If you don't want the Hydra, don't go for it. If you do. It is a nice mana sink because you're going to be generating middle to late game. You're going to be generating a shitload of mana. And it is a nice place to put all of that. Comes in with X +1/+1. It has Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Nice finisher there. When it dies, it gives you a ton of treasure, which is a very fun. Stay tuned because we are going to build a whole Hydra deck. We are going to stay hydrated. We're going to Hydra Landfall maybe. Maybe a Golgari Hydra Landfall. That'd be really cool, right? So stay tuned for that one. Ancient Cornucopia. It's another card, a mythic rare that I don't really play very much, but I got convinced to. There's kind of a two-way street here. The mana dorks that you're going to put down, the Llanowar and the Llanowar, they're going to try to kill them very quickly. This is a chop-up meta. People play removal like crazy. They can't, it's a little harder to kill Ancient Cornucopia. Even if you can get Llanowar Elves to your Ancient Cornucopia and then you lose it, you've made a step in the right direction. You're gaining 1 life, at the very least 1 life whenever you cast a spell with a color. If it's 2 colors, you gain 2. And you get that extra mana on there. So I actually really do like that extra little bit of ramp right there to get to where we're going. Hulking Raptor. This guy, in Ixalan days, probably a year ago, this guy was everywhere, huh? He was the big guy, and I think people forgot about him. I think he's due for a comeback right here, because you might not even know about him. 2 green and 2, 5/3, ward 2. That is essential right there. That ward is going to save his life more often than not. He is very well protected, and at the beginning of your first main phase, he gives you 2 green mana. So you got to figure you can get this guy out by turn 3. If you play Llanowar Elves, you can get him out by turn 3. Turn 4, you are potentially looking at 7 mana on the board. That's how much you can ramp, because if Llanowar is giving you 1, he's giving you 3, and you have 4 mana out on turn 4, you have 7 mana. That is insane. That is hard casting a Vaultborn Tyrant on turn 4. That is ramp, okay? That is big boy ramp. That's what we want to do here. We want to outgun and outmuscle our opponent as we go along right there. So Hulking Raptors, great tech right there, hard to kill, and he's a stompy guy. He's a 5/3. So now we're going to bring in the dragons. Now we're going to bring in the big boys. First things first, I think we talk about the 2 Hauntwoods. I think 2 Overlords from Duskmourn. Overlord of the Hauntwoods for play it for Impending, and you get your Everywhere, which is another great way of ramping on turn 3. And then it can slowly build. It will lose that Impending counter and become a 6/5. And Boiler Bilges is not a bad one either. 2 red and 4 for Impending 4, and it does 4 damage to any target whenever it attacks. They do get it when they come in, and they get it when they attack. So they are big bodies that hit. And they also give you advantages of burn and ramp as we go, which are both things that we want. This pairs very nicely with Terror of the Peaks right here. Because when we play them for cheap, if we do Terror of the Peaks, like I said, you can get Terror of the Peaks out. You could potentially get Terror of the Peaks out like turn 3. Like, that's how fast this deck is. You know, 2 Llanowar Elves, and turn 3, Terror of the Peaks is out. Then turn 4, you're dropping your Boiler Bilges. He's a 5-banger. You throw 4 at your opponent and then 5 for Terror hitting off. That's a lot of damage, as Phil Swift said right there. 4/5 flying spells you cast that spells your opponents cast target him cost 3 life, and whenever another creature you control enters, he deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target as it goes. So very useful, especially when we start getting to these big, massive bodies here that are going to throw more fire down. So there's our Terror. For other dinos, let's talk about Dragonhawk. That's not a bad one. 2 red and 3, 5/5 bird dragon. Whenever he enters or attacks, exile the top X card, where X is the number of cards with power 4. You may play them at the beginning of your end step. He deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. So very cool combination play right there. You can pull a lot of cards off the top if you have a lot of stompy stuff, and then you can just throw the fire down range. Very good combination with Terror. And then we got to throw in a Twin Flame, which is arguably one of the best new cards. And this is brand new. This is not a reprint. This is a brand new card from Foundations right here. It's 100%. They made it up for Foundations. 2 red and 3, 3/5 flying dragon. If a source you control will do damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals double damage instead. Now we're talking, guys. Now we're talking about double damage across the board from Terror, from Boiler Bilges, all that stuff right there. Very, very useful. 5-drop for Palini's Hatcher. 2 Gruul colors, red, green, and 3, 5/3. Other dinos you control have haste, extremely useful, especially if the old Atali is very useful for that. And of course, you get 2 eggs, and every turn you get to crack one of the eggs into a 3/3 dino. Very, very fun stuff. Right there, you sacrifice an egg and bring it back. Good combo, again, a good combo with Terror as it goes. Calamity. We throw 1 Calamity in there for shenanigans. Calamity lets you duplicate any kind of legendary creature. It gets you 2 of them. It gives you 2 of those creatures, and then it has haste. So you mount it with anything that you want. You could mount Twin Flame Tyrant on it, and you get 2 more Twin Flame Tyrants, and you can swing in, which is crazy good. Great combo with Terror and anything else that you're doing. Not really the main focus of the deck, but hey, we're throwing it in there because it's funny and it can go crazy. This is the old Atali right here. Look at that. Atali Primal. Let me try to center it. Atali Primal Storm. 2 red and 4 6/6. Whenever Atali attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of spells from among those cards without playing their mana cost. Kind of like the new Atali, except maybe a little weaker. Okay, but I did want to get it in here because it is cheaper. Okay, it's only 6. The other one is 7. But it is fun. It is fun to have double Atalis in there. I'm going to go with 2 of that one and 1 of this one, just because it's a foundation card and we want to have foundations with it. Oh my god, that's terrible. We're going to go with 2 of the regular Atalis, or the new Atali Primal Conqueror here. 2 red and 5. You know this one. 7/7 Trample Elder Dinosaur. Whenever it enters, player exiles cards top from the library till they get exiled non-land. I can play 1 off the top of his and 1 off of mine. Crazy good combination plays right there for more dino goodness. Vaultborn Tyrant, 2 green and 5 6/6 Dinosaur. Whenever Vaultborn Tyrant enters, another creature you control with power 4 enters, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Great for late game recovery to refill your hand and life up yourself a little bit here. Extremely useful card for that, to refresh yourself. We're going to go with 1 Galtese Falcon right here. Galta Stampede Tyrant. 3 green and 5. That's an 8-drop, 12/12 Trample. When Galta Stampede Tyrant enters, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. That is very useful. So if we do that, we can put Galta down for however much we can, and then everything else in our hand goes down too. Super cool. And then the big hit, the big thing that we really want to play is the Smuggler's Surprise here. As you may or may not know, one of the most stompy, terrible green things that you might be running. 1 green with the Spree. The first option is mill 4 cards. You may put 2 creature cards and or land cards from the mill cards into your hand. Great way to refresh your hand early game. Then, of course, you have play 2 green and 4. You may put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. This is extremely useful because if you get either Atali or Galta, Galta brings everything else down from the battlefield, okay? So if you successfully get Galta down with Smugglers, you can lay all of the other cards down that you have in your hand immediately. And if you put an Atali down, you get to cast 1 off the top of your deck and off their deck. So if you successfully pull off this high-end combo, if you survive, you can just basically put everything in your hand and half the crap in your deck just immediately on the board and just go ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. The storm clouds above forbid that you have Terror of the Peaks, because if you lay that much damage down, like lay Galta down because you a Smuggler's Surprise, that's 12 damage directly to face. If you have Twin Flame Tyrant out, it's 24 damage. So yes, you can run the Terror, Twin Flame, Galta combo here to do 24 damage directly to ops, and then you win the game. 5 mountains, 6 forests. We're going to do Copperline, Carplusian, and Thornspire Verges. 2 Cavernous Souls, even though I forgot to play with them, I added them after the games. Choose 1 creature type. You're going to choose Dinosaur or Dragon. We don't really care about the other stuff. They don't need to be. We're not worried about them being countered. We're worried about the big ticket items being countered. 31 creatures, 12 dinos. Yeah, a little bit of dragons on there. Not bad, but 12 dinos, mostly dinos. 3 instants, 3 artifacts, 4 enchantments, 24 lands, and a 4.2 average. Don't worry about that. We're ramping like crazy. A lot more green than red on this one. Really, really hitting it hard. Yeah, don't let that CMC scare you with only 24 lands. Half of our deck is dedicated to getting the big ticket items out and stomping past all of this and getting those Tyrannosauruses. Tyranning. As far as your sideboard goes, if you want to run some removal, Burst Lightning's not bad. That's a Foundations card. Bite Down, that's a new one too. That'll fight, deals damage equal to somebody else. Good stuff right there, and that is Dino on the picture. Another Italian maybe. Quake Strider, Ceratops. I just like this one because if you combine him with, Terror of the Peaks, he does a shitload of damage. Galta Primal Hunger is not a bad one. That's a Foundations reprint. If you have a big board, it's easy to get out, and you can pull combos off with that, with a Trample. And Primal Might, target creature you control gets +X/+X, and then it fights somebody. Great way of removing and increasing somebody's power. So if you're going in with like a Trampler or something like that, you're going with the Vaultborn, you can immediately clear a removal and then swing in with a huge Trampler with all that stuff you're doing. This is the OTJ version, but this was reprinted in Foundations, so if you've been opening Foundations packs, you might have some of these. That's what we're looking like right there. Dinos are back, man, with a little help from their friends Dragos and Druids and all the other things. We love to see it. T-Rex returns. Give Trexodactyl a follow down in the description below. He does great stuff. He does real jank stuff. He does real janky stuff. So let's get into it, guys. Here we go. Don't forget to leave a comment. Oh, by the way, I got that box of Foundations cards. We're going to be opening them on the second channel. Two flying 5/5s does equal 10, which is the amount of life that I have. Oh, man. I go first with no fucking ramp. That's actually not bad. That's not a bad one right there. We don't have to do the double mulligan. I'm just teasing you, man. Don't take what I say too seriously. That was very helpful, though. I wouldn't have known he was going to kill me. What is fucking with you? Mr. Cthulhu. Okay, so Reanimator. By the way, this Orzhov Reanimator, every time I tried to run it, it never fucking worked for me. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why it never worked for me. It never did. The Orzhov Rite of the Moth deck, I never got it. Each player discards a Crad. He's going to put Valgavoth in there. We'll get rid of Ancient Cornucopia. It's not as good. Oh, he put a Tali in there. That's weird. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Zombify. Bring back the Italian. I'm just going to play Itali on my turn, too, so... Wind Flame Tyrant, Liliana. Place a creature.
Off you go.
Worst possible thing for him to, yeah. Calamity Ganon was the worst possible thing that I could have popped. That was the absolute worst possible thing for me to pop. I was gonna beat the fuck out of him. You were not gonna like that. That Atali was a golden Atali right there. That was like the absolute worst thing they could have hit. I would put it in the #1 spot for best white card. All right, well, we got Llanowar. Let's see. They're on the play there. Boom. Valgavoth's Faithful. I'm hitting... Is it me or am I hitting the same decks over and over again? I must be hitting the same decks over and over again, huh? Alright. Boom. Boom. Ward 2 Exile +1 life gain for 2 mana. You better believe that's fucking crack beyond crack there. Karomax, the Rat King. What is man doing here? What is Oh man, okay. Now we're getting crazy with the Cheese Whiz right now, man. No, I don't. Why are you doing that to me, bro? I take the damage. Rats with Valgavoth's Faithful? It's weird. Ninja rats? Tap 2. Control our looter. Very nice. The days are bright and filled with pain. Enclose me in your gentle rain. The time we ran was too insane. We'll meet again. We'll meet again. Your crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 girls, 1,000 thrills, a million ways to spend your time. When we get back, I'll drop a line. I love the doors. I don't sing enough doors. Oh, War Child, let me tell you, man. That's the 1, 2, 3. That's the 3-piece mono black open. They're gonna suppress the shit out of you. They're not gonna let you hit they're not gonna let you hit no way, no how. Yeah, it's really good. No, yeah, that's the full suppressive fire, man. They're gonna kill 1, 2, and 3 that come out that gate, which is it's pretty powerful when you think about it. People are strange when you're a stranger. Mine more War Child. My Jackal. Carrot Cake. Queen's Hatchery. Boom. When you're strange, when you're strange. I have a feeling this is a chop up deck, a chop up exile deck. Boom, Tali, Final War, Lone Speaker, boom, pop, Chicken Chop. This is the Mana Dorks draw enemy fire. That's true. He's gonna draw more enemy fire right here. Boom. There you go. Now we can get one out that isn't too bad. He could play the Iron Cost right here. He could ward through it. No, he's gonna miss more instead. Hatchery. So, how about we bilge him? Should we big bilge him? Let's big show. Let's pop that. No attacks. Pop. Okay. Could be a board wipe incoming. It's turn 5 and I got a big board, so he could wipe me, which he'll probably do. Oh, he's going to do that. Okay. You going to go in? Go in. I'm not worried about your, whatchamacallits. I'll take it. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Fuck it. Let's see what happens, man. Fuck it, that why not, right? Tyrant. 4 banger. Twin Flame, I think, is gonna have to go down here. It's gonna do 8 damage. Let's get rid of you, Miss Morris. Sacrifice character, make a token. Line them up. You know, the day destroys the night. The night destroys the day. Tried to run, tried to hide. Probably. Okay, return non-land permanent. Okay. Devalda. I can hit off. Oh yeah, he's dumb. He's in bad shape. This is right here. This is bad. Card. He's got to block with it all. He's got to block with everything here, otherwise it's going to hit through. Hey, what's up, Kitty Kate, Kitty Kate, Kitty Kate? Oh, I don't think he counted. No, he didn't figure Twin Flame was going to hurt him that bad. I don't think he knew that. Okay, we're getting a little bit of mud on the tires here, guys. A little bit of mud on the tires. I'm not mad about that. Well, thank you. I've been meaning to raid you as well, and also I got a new cat. By the way, I'm on Blue Sky, everyone. You know what Blue Sky is? Yeah, I'm on the Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky if you want to join me on Blue Sky. It's normal. It's normal social media. There's a pretty good Magic community brewing there. Yeah. I feel the opposite industry as a game dev. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, he's gonna play removal. Goshank. Gozer the Gozerian. Attacks, turn. If I get a mana, I can actually do something here. Hey, look at that. Natali's coming in. Dragon Hawk. 5 damage. 3 damage. Boom, boom, boom. What's he doing? He's going back in. We returned all of them. And turn. Twitch is fine. Twitch is, you know, you build a good community. Here's the thing. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Nobody is entitled to like your opinion. Okay? So if you say something that upsets somebody else, regardless of whether or not you think it should upset them, if it does, you're wrong and you should apologize. That's the way I feel it. You are absolutely entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to the reactions to that opinion as well, the consequences of it. That's actually the double-edged sword of freedom of speech. If I say something crazy and I upset somebody, I have to deal with the consequences. It's not their fault for being upset. It's my fault for saying something hurtful. And I never want to hurt people. I tease again. I feel bad. Like when I was teasing, Mr. Cthulhu, I felt bad because I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't know that I'm joking. But yeah, no, there's always consequences to what you're gonna say. And I always feel. Listen, I've said things that maybe I didn't know were hurtful to somebody. And I've said, I genuinely did not know. I apologize. I really didn't know that was going to, you know, be upsetting for you in any kind of way, man. I do, you know, I'm really sorry. And in that way, you know, you can make amends for stuff like that. But if you're like, well, it's your fault for being upset, that's bad. That's not good. You know, and you can complain that someone's reasons for being upset are silly. Doesn't matter. They're entitled to their emotions and their feelings just as much as you are. You know, so I'm always on. I don't ever really want to hurt anybody's feelings. I really don't. Except Civic players, because they don't count as people. All right, big board wipe. Here we come. Big money, big money, big money, big money board wipe. Big money, big money, big money. Well, I'm glad you guys like that opinion. Here comes Sunfall. This guy doesn't deserve it. I'm gonna go back on what I said. This is the worst person I've ever seen in my life. So let's do this. Whoops. Whoops, I fucked up. I done fucked up that. I'm clicking, I misclicked. Ding, 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 ding. I can't believe I misclicked. Clicking too fast. It's already late. Gain 1 life. Gain 1 life. Boom. 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 I don't know if that would have been a win anyways, because this is just a control deck, and I don't really have a good solutions for anything he's going to come up with here. I know Shinigami. What a disaster. This guy's got a million cards in his hand. He's not really interested in playing the game too much. I think I'm just going to quit because this is not going anywhere. And I don't think that... I don't even think that my laydown would have done anything because he's going to have wipes like crazy. This is a Azorius control. Yeah, it's a boring match, man. It really is. I'm honestly not interested in matches like this anymore. Like, legit, they can have them. I don't care. Look at this. Solitaire shit, man. Straight fucking solitaire shit. Calamity Ganon. Put you down. Mansion. Draw cards. Hydroid Krasis. Boom. Alright, well, if he lives... if Vaultborn Tyrant lives, we can hit him with Calamity Ganon. Yeah, he can just exile the token without letting me go. We're going nowhere here. We're going nowhere. We're going absolutely fucking nowhere, you know? That's a shame. People are strange when you're a stranger. Let's go in. Boom. Llanowar Loam Speaker, Llanowar Loudspeaker, I like to call him sometimes. Flash Pirate, good stuff right there. We're gonna have to put down the Cornucopia. He's probably gonna counterspell the Cornucopia. You think he's gonna counterspell the Cornucopia? He's got instants in his hands. Alright, well, let's bait it out then. If I am nothing, I am a master way of getting guys to play cards that they shouldn't. Kitty, kitty, Kate. Alright, he's probably got, whatchamacallit down there. So let's do this. 1, 2... Let's do a 3-banger. So let's make him use what he's got. Take action. Because love is what I got. So he's got to use the big... God, he didn't do it. Holy shit, bro. He didn't do it. He might have the knockback. He could have the knockback here. This town ain't big enough. Very nice. Yeah, I figured he had the knockback. He's going to have something. He's holding his cards pretty decent here. He's really holding... I really just need him to not... I really need him to, I need him to be able to play a counter spell. We're going to take action. He really doesn't want to. He really doesn't want to play that counter spell. He's going to play that knockback instead. Yeah. He doesn't want to play any, he doesn't want to play any kind of, he doesn't want to play any kind of creature spells on my turn. It's all reaction. So he knows that I've got big spells in there, and he's going to try to stop me from playing them. Hey, what's up, Vagra? Good, we'll see you, man. So yeah, he's got a million cards in here. Let's just draw out these counter spells. Let's draw them out. Yeah, I bet you are, man. What is it going to be, a knockback or a counterspell? Jeez. I wonder what kind of thing you're going to run. Oh, a counterspell. I'm so shocked. Oh, my goodness. I'm so shocked. I would have never thought in a million years that that's what you were going to do. Oh, my goodness. A blue deck with flyers. Oh, my God. I don't think he's going to play that Lockhart, Lockland, whatever. 2. Boom. All right, we're looking at him to max out. We're really looking at him to go and hit the crazy. Okay, I'm gonna play Hauntwoods. This deck could really use a whatchamacallit. Caverns for dinosaurs. Comes in. Lockwell. He'll knock back the Lockwell probably. I'll go in. Cavern, yeah. Souls. He'll do that. We'll block that with that. Helena's Hatcher. We'll put that. Take action. Gaining a life every turn on it. Push. Turn all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. To blockers. We'll cast Hulking Raptor again. Turn. Aether Flux. Get 2 right there. We could get out Galta. I don't think it's going to matter largely, but we certainly could. I have a protection here for creatures with power 4. Vicious Tidebinder. He's going to take 12. That's pretty cool. My turn. We had a lot. probably got to return all attacking creatures. Or he's just mad. Does he have another Aether Plus? Yeah, he's got another Aether. Look at that. Take action. Very nice. Done that. Pass. How many Aetherizes has he played? He's played 3 Aetherizes? No, he's just played 2. My turn. Beginning. Oh. So we could play. He's probably got a counter spell. Take action. How many more Aetherizes do you think he's got? Another one right here? Is on the struggle bus, I'll tell you that much. Enter. Oh. Counter target spell, surveil, then draw 2 cards. Very, very nice. Gets to choose. Let's do that. Good. And he's out of there. Okay, well, it took long enough, but we got there. Took a while, but we did get there. Long ass games on this one, man. We either win fast or we drag it out. I'll go one more for your play. 55%. I mean, not terrible. I think that we have to we have to consider that yeah, that was a grind. We have to consider that you know, it is a bit janky, but it does pop, which is fun. So if I can get Ancient Cornucopia, I'm okay. If not, I'm dead. So let's see if he's got the cut down immediately. Deep Cavern fucking value. He's probably going to take Ancient Cornucopia, or he'll take Smuggler's Surprise. I don't know. The smart move is to take Cornucopia. That's the one he should take. That's the one. He doesn't really know what to take here. That was the one. There's Thorn's Fire. Good. Okay. No attacks. Enter. Gonna play removal on the Llanowar Elves, or he's gonna play Unholy Annex, because he's playing. Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay. Villaini's Hatcher. No attacks. End turn. Jace Mill combo demon. Yeah, he's going for card draw here. Deep Capper Bat. Let me grab something. Villaini's Hatcher might be the one to grab, because that actually makes a bunch of shit. Good blockers. Yeah, that was the one to grab there. He's gonna kill that. Boom. By the way, this is control. This too is control. I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but if you have removal and extraction, well, no, I can let him get away with tempo. I can let him get away with calling this tempo. You know what? He gets the tempo pass. Liliana the Villainy. Doesn't matter. I've lost this. Got away. 2 bats is too bad. If you're playing black and they're killing everything right away, there's not much you can do. Especially when he's going to be drawing 3 extra cards a turn at no cost to him. Nah, it's not mid-range, it's tempo. If you're doing this much removal, discard, extraction, it's tempo. Your goal is to not let the other person play very much. It's not control, but it is not mid-range by any stretch of the imagination. It is there to slow you down as much as possible so they can get an advantage. That is the very definition of a tempo deck. It is bar none. That is exactly what a tempo deck is. If you're playing steal a card, remove, draw, steal, remove, that's, you know, that's a whole different thing. I have nothing against tempo. I play tempo. It's fine. People lie to themselves and play control decks, and they go, no, it's tempo. I know I've counterspelled and removed everything that anybody ever played, but I swear to God, it's tempo. All right, Mountain, Thronespire Verge, keep. Oh, I'd love to be on the play here. I don't win very good on the draw, and I've been on the draw like a million times. I do very good on the play, and I don't do good on the draw. I'm gonna be honest, Trax. I don't know how you got like fucking how you were ripping people apart with this. That is a bit of a mystery to me. Because this is a dice roll deck right here. I mean, when it rips, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. That's kind of the problem. Huck to it. That's a big hit right there. Luckily, I can get out Villaini's Hatcher, which is useful. Another Villaini's Hatcher. Belly might call it good stuff. Oh, this guy's playing old school shit right here. Okay. Respect. Another hop to it. Hit. Boom. Why? No, yeah, don't do that. Villaini's Hatcher. Loam Speaker and Elf. If we can survive a round, we can get a Tally out, and I think we can hit the crazy go nuts button. hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. In. Stage Archer. Put a counter on somebody. I hope he swings in. He's swinging in. Yeah, go for it, man. 2, 1. Yeah. Pop. Okay, got that treasure. Okay, so I can Smuggler Surprise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do Smuggler Surprise, Mill 4, and do the 8 on that. We'll do this. One more. Okay, perfect. Choose up to 2. It's this guy, this guy. Put 2 creature cards down. It's gonna be this one and this one. Put any number of creature cards from your hand. Terror of the Peaks. Talk to it. That one and that one. There we go. Now we're talking. He's going in. He's coming in at me. Oak Hollow Verge here. Block that with that. Like that with that, that with that, that. Yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, we made a little bit of a connection there. Little bit. That's funny. Well, you got to commit to the bit sometimes, guys. All right, well, we went positive with it, and we had some fun games, and we had some nonsense go off, and really, that's all we're looking for. 55%, much better on the play than the draw, but you know, you can always reliably add a little bit more spanky janky with this one, with a little bit of Dinos insanity going on here, and a little bit of the new stuff. Yeah, we got some new ramp. We got some old ramp, we got some new dinosaurs, we got some old dinosaurs. It's all good. I hope you like this one, guys. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye, everyone.